What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. Yeah, I'm back at it here recording another car video in this warm, warm day. I don't know where you are exactly, but it's very sunny and warm today. Extremely warm and beautiful, sunny skies, and I'm trying to soak it all up as much as I possibly can. And so, I just felt called to drop this video and just talk a little bit about what I've been experiencing on this spiritual journey I'm on and have been on, or this spiritual awakening, or this many spiritual awakenings I've experienced throughout my life. And I haven't really fully talked about it, like every detail. I've kind of given you bits and pieces over time, which I'm going to go a little bit into it in this video. But again, um, you know, as I feel comfortable, the more and more is being revealed, and it's more than just feeling comfortable. It's about what feels right at the moment when I hit the record button and get on the in front of the camera, and what comes through me, meaning what kind of message is trying to come through. And that's kind of like the way that I roll, and I've talked about it numerous times on this channel. And um, you know I started really young, at a young age, like 12 years old. And maybe I keep getting 12 years old, and there must be a significant reason as to why. If anybody can tell me in the comments, because I've been trying to find this out, at what age do you essentially go to sleepaway camp? I know it can vary, but there is, I think, a certain age that parents send their children to sleepaway camp. And I feel like for some reason it was around that time period. But I always felt very alone, like I didn't belong here. And I found it very difficult to fit in and be accepted. So I would do things to find ways of being accepted. And everything that I did and everything I was taught was different, and essentially going down a different path than everybody else and the masses and the groups, because even going going back to like my childhood, when I was in camp and we brought lunches to school and to camp, I was given by my family a brown bag lunch with healthy food in it. And I always found myself trying to replicate what other kids were having, like going to the vending machines and the cafeteria lunch, and just because maybe it tasted better or I just wanted to fit in, one or the other. Of course, a lot of it was junk, and it did taste good. Like I was very addicted to strawberry shortcake ice creams. And I'm sure you can remember those if you're from, my era, the 70s, 80s, 90s. I don't know if I don't know if they sell those anymore, but they were damn good. I'll tell you that. When I was a kid and I was addicted to them. And but I always walked around because I had a lot of time to think, because I didn't really have friends. And the few friends that I had, we didn't really hang out as much. But I had more time alone than I had with other people to distract me. So it made me realize very quickly about how things did not seem right on this earth. Things didn't feel normal. They didn't feel right. They didn't feel right. And as we were, it was almost like everyone was in a hamster wheel, just chasing something that they would never get fulfillment from. And I grew up in a very wealthy area of South Florida, and it's very based off material things, and what you have is the measure of your success, or how successful you are is what you have material wise. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. And I just found myself seeing that things did not add up in every aspect. Aside from me going through two tumultuous losses in my life at a young age, my grandparents who, one of them lost their lives in the hospital because there was a mistake made. And me seeing that as a young kid, really traumatized me. And then walking through the halls of hospice at a young age. And I mean, when I mean young, I mean probably like in my teens. I don't know the exact age. I will get back to you on that, but in my teens. And then to be a young adult still in my teenage years, and my dad had fourth stage cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, all throughout his entire body, and was given by the doctors a week to live. And me catching him before he fell and hit his head on the tile. At a young age, to almost lose your father like that in that way was very traumatic. And it followed me throughout my years of, as a kid and as an adult. And I always felt guilty having fun and experiencing life, because if I did that and I went away somewhere, there's a chance that I could lose my father and not be there. And that stuck with me, that guilt. And it followed me around even on when I was dating other women. And the guilt of me possibly losing him and not being there with him when it happens. And it was super tough. And I didn't really know what that energy was, because I was taught to suppress everything for majority of my life. I was taught to, push my emotions down and not feel anything and numb out and distract. And I found other ways, like things that gave me instant gratification, to do that. All of these times in my life was a part of my spiritual awakening. It was just in phases and stages, and some jolted me harder than others. Some woke me up even more, but it was a process. And it just more and more made me be comfortable and okay with being alone, because I probably had the longest romantic relationship I had was 6 months maybe, and I had a couple of those, and they weren't really like, we didn't really spend much time together, so I wouldn't even really call them relationships. There was one in particular that really has stuck with me, that meant a lot to me. But aside from that one, the other ones were just me wanting to be in a relationship, to avoid the feelings that I had, to avoid my emotions, to run, thinking that was going to fill the void. And so I can tell you right now that the awakening process is beautiful, but at the same time, it is very, very, it can be very lonely. It can be very scary. It can be, you just start to not relate to others that you used to relate to. You don't really do the things you used to do anymore. You don't find that enjoyable or exciting. Your life just completely changes, because you start to realize who you really are through it all, and to be your true self and be authentic and real and raw. And so I just wanted to get on here and show some support for others that are, potentially going through an awakening process, or a spiritual awakening, or an ego death, or it gets better. I promise you that. I've had many of them, and I'm here. And if you want to reach out, my email, my Discord is in the comments, or in the about page on my YouTube channel. So just go there and you can find my email or my Discord channel, and you can shoot me a message on there or email me. I'm here to support. I'm here to help. You will be okay. You will get through it. I'm going to post much more content regarding this, because I know that this is something that a lot of us are going through right now and will be going through. And I want to be here to help, because I didn't have that when I was going through it. There was no YouTube channel. There was no one that understood. There was no one that could relate. I went through majority of my life, 45 years, having to figure it out all on my own. And I know that it made me stronger and tougher and more confidence, and I'm here to support. I'm here to help. So, just know that you're not alone, man. We're all going through it. I'm still going through finding myself, soul searching, realizing who I want to be, what I want to be in this world, where I want to head in life. And this is a very, very important thing right now with Lionsgate up ahead. This is one of the most powerful Lionsgates we've had to date. And this is the time to plan and get real with yourself and go deep. I did it on a video yesterday about going deep. And this is the time to really reflect on your life and what you want out of your life. And really start writing down and jotting down and asking questions. Asking deep, deep questions, not just surface level, but deep questions. So, with that being said, man, I wish you guys all the best. I'm here. Message me on Discord, on my email address, on the in the profile of this YouTube channel. I'm here, man. I've been through it. Take care of yourselves. Rest as much as you possibly can. Don't feel guilty about resting. When you feel in your body tired and exhausted, don't just drink something that boosts your energy, man. Take care of yourself. Your body's telling you to rest, so rest. You don't want to experience burnout. Take care of yourself. Rest as much as you possibly can. And don't feel guilty about it, man. Take care of yourself. Do self-care. I love you all. I will see you soon. More to come on this topic and much more, much more. I will see you soon. Again, like I said, take care of yourselves and each other. I love you all from my heart to yours. Take care of yourself and each other, and we'll see you in the next one. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors of Light. We got this.